This is going to be out of bounds. Flags come in. That is a brutal mistake to start the game. Opening kickoff, out of bounds, brings the ball to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. That'll be caught. It's Jalen Wright. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And the Commanders will have great field position right around midfield.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
They send the tight end in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Commanders 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get this out to the left flat. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Track at 60. Here we go. Last name 19. 70 rings.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Trap ball 80.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And Sinnott was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
So first off, nice job picking up enough for the 1st down. But I got to be honest, Mike, when he caught it, I thought he was going to put his foot in the ground and get physical and run through contact and try to score. I'm not so sure why he just so quickly ran out of bounds, even though he was able to pick up the 1st.
Let's go.
A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Walker. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He's got his big tight end. Ben Sinnott. Touchdown, Commanders. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here we go on the return from the 1. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Street.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion.
Rig alert.
They'll send a tight end in motion. A tight end in motion now. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, what this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth, he certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
throw here to begin the drive. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Washington.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Lions, 18 Cardinal, 18, 7 Pirates, 7. Ready? Chap 60, chap 60. Check go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He runs with it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level. They could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
Putting the tight end in motion. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80, 79 Broncos, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
He'll look to throw. That one taken in. Touchdown, Commanders. Now the try for an extra point. He gets it to go, and the Commanders looking terrific here out of the gate. Already up 21-0.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here we go, here we go. 18, Pioneer.
Receiver in motion, headed left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Got it. Ready? Dragon 60. Set. Mustang 19. 70 rings. 70 rings. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Now they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. One quarter.
Ready up.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Set. Panther 11. Panther 11. Set go.
He'll drop to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 29.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
19 Lions. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Warrior 70.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Go.
They'll run here with Walker. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Ben Sinnott. Touchdown, Washington. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. And 16 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The extra point, up and good. And the Commanders are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 2. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready? Buffalo 18. Ready?
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
79 Broncos.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's going to be pulled in by Wright. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a 1st down to go with it.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Back to the air one more time. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
It is 3rd and 10. They motion the slot man left. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, now it's just getting out of control, Mike. I mean, to see him continue to put the ball in harm's way time and time again, it's a little miscommunication. It's a little bad execution. I'm sure it's a little bit of everything. But at the end of the day, the ball is in your hands. You've got to make better decisions with it.
And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Rangers, 77 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Trap 60, trap 60. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready, ready?
Back to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Set. Go.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's the tight end, Sinnott. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And now he's got a man open deep downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Now, for the point after. The kick is good. And the Commanders stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Now, faking the give. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That's hard! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. When those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. Throwing now from the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Bills. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do. But if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here at the break.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Right here, one time. On the set.
1st and 10.
Go! Take off.
Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Ready.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Tight end going in motion here. Right back to Neighbors. He's got it again. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
1st down throw there is incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate, but also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. He'll get this out to the left flat, to the goal line, and in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Washington. No problem there on the extra point. And the Commanders will add one more onto their big lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Warrior 70. Ready?
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now he'll air one out. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throw, right side, taken in by Neighbors. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. The PAT, up and good. And the Commander stretched things out even further. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Come on, set! Buffalo 18! 18 rep! 18 rep!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going right sideline and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. All right, Coach, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Ready? Go!
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now they'll set up to throw. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, set. Hawks.
He'll drop to throw. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. And that one, good for 9. And the drive continues.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Max Crosby, motor always running, gets there for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
18, Pioneer. Dragon 60. Mustang 19. Ready?
He'll throw it left and has his running back. Whoa. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Commander's first down.
Here we go.
Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Set. Set, go.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's to the right side, and it's Sinnott. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Shut up. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
Back to the air once more on 2nd. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Hurt, hurt.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. A dive and a catch. Incredible.
You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. His kick is perfect. And the Commanders will extend their third quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll take it in at the goal line. And he'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Ready?
They send the tight end in motion. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Derek Forrest.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
This is caught at the 2. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run with Walker. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his...
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
fake. He'll look to throw. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Roll, roll, roll! Set! Hey, hey! Check that! No, no!
Travel start on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. So, 3 quarters. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come back team! Come back team! Set!
Back to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
70 Lions! Panther 11! Panther 11!
Putting the tight end in motion. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. The Commanders about to send this one away. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
They run on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
On the double.
Third and long.
Ready? Go!
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going up top. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, We'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Ready? Street! Street! 19 Lion! Ready?
To the air now on 1st and 10. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Check smash! Check smash! Get up!
He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That is hot. What a throw. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Washington. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point is good. And the Commanders add on to their already sizable lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This gonna be returned from right around the goal line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game.
Here we go, set!
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Go street!
Sit down, field offense.
Warrior 70! Ready?
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete. Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Now, faking the give. Now a shot here, deep middle. And more of the same. Another interception. And the Commanders are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
He's across midfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. It is brought in the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Commanders. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. The extra point is good. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Get up.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Come on, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cup, 79 Bronco. Hut.
He'll look to throw. Taking this one downfield for Hawkinson. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Point after, coming up here. It's up and good. And the Commanders tack on one more to their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10.
Ready? 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Right back to the air following that pick 6. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Washington.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Well, there's refusing to take your foot off the gas, and then there's this. I'm not even sure really how to classify. I mean, to have this type of lead in the fourth quarter and still continue to air it out. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pay attention to this after the game coach's handshake. I think it could be pretty interesting.
And the Commanders are going to have it first and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal.
Let's go now. Go.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
Here now, second down and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this fourth quarter. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
Here we go. Here we go. 18, Pioneer. Track at 60. Mustang 19. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete. He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. And now it's fourth and goal.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Set to go now on first and 10.
Set. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Get up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let one go down the middle. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's no secret, this offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and The scoreboard, for the most part, Mike, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
Trap 60, trap 60. Set. Curve 19, curve 19. Hut, hut.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Going right sideline and complete. Not quite to the end zone, but in great position out of bounds at the 3. So a big one there to start the drive. An even 40 yards. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal.
Let's go. Hey, smash Bronco.
The Bills going to use their final timeout here. Now it is 1st and goal. He's got it at the 3. Now whistles and timeout. Go figure. Not sure the point of this. You can stop it. 4 seconds left in the game.
Come on, set. Check, Bobcat. 19 Lion. 60 Bobcat. Hut.
Here we go. One final play. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So a win here on the road for the Commanders. And they were able to run up a big point total here, higher even than the 72 points put up by Washington in 1966. That was the previous record. They were able to surpass it in this one. An incredible record-setting offensive performance. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.